Hey guys, the Exploiter here, and today I'm not using the mic. Sorry about the noise, I just have to get something. I gotta get another pillow. There you go. Anyway, so for this what I thought deku was Venom. So Deku, now I'm not gonna use this voice, I'm gonna use a different voice like Deku began to wonder what was the point in life. What was the point of even living if he could never have a quirk? If this was after, during the school was over, and All Might said he couldn't be a hero. A meteor struck near a mountain. Midoriya was curious about this object, so he went over to the forest and see the asteroid that's there. And he sees this weird looking goo coming out of it. He goes for a closer inspection, but when he does, the thing latches onto him. Deku freaking out. Deku's like saying, "Oh my god, my god, my god, my god! What is this? What is this?" Not like that, actually. That would be the old Deku, but this Deku is cold-hearted. And and this isn't Deku's mindscape. Deku says, "If I'm gonna die, I hope I get. I hope I have. When I die, when I am reborn, I hope I have a good quirk." But as Deku opened his eyes, he looked at his hands and he wondered, why was he still here? Deku just decided to go home and just walk it off, like it never happened. He is Midoriya. Unaware of this, Venom was listening and watching in his memories of Deku's very mind. As soon as Deku got home, Inko said, "Sweetie, where were you today?" Deku says, "Nothing, nowhere, Mom, just the forest for a stroll." Inko says, "Oh, okay. Well, supper's ready." Deku puts down his backpack. He hangs up his coat. He walks to the dining table. He's eating. Inko began to talk to Deku, but Inko could really get into him. He was like a brick wall. Since All Might said that, and Inko didn't know what was upsetting Deku. Deku began to say, "I'm finished, Mom. Can I go to my room?" Inko says, "Yes, sweetie, of course." Deku goes to his room. He looks at the book of Bakugo and Heroes. He just throws it in the trash. His hero book's in the trash. Deku closes the door, gets into bed, and he just says, "What's the point of living?" When he shuts his eyes, he just sees darkness. A void. And a voice says, "You're sick power." And Deku says, "Who are you?" Venom says, "I'm a symbiote." Deku says, "So you're like a parasite?" Venom's like, "Don't call me a parasite." Deku's like, "Okay, I won't call you that. What's the deal here? You gonna kill me or what?" Venom says, "No." Deku's like confused, like, "Then why are you here?" Venom begins to explain that he's sort of a kind of a symbiote that increases your strength and ability. All he needs to do is stay with him, and he'll like give him incredible strength and show those people who have quirks that none of them can compete to us. Deku, smiling with an evil grin, says, Oh, I can't wait to show Baki Katsuki Bakugo the very limits he deserves. Venom's like, I would gonna break his legs and eat him. Deku says, no. If we eat him, we'll just get suspended from the hero course, Venom. Venom's like, I see. And Venom begins talking about, there's another symbiote, his name's Riot. But he's still in space. And Deku decides to tell Venom that the next comet asteroid will be in a year, so if we get that symbiote into my system, will that make me stronger, Venom? Venom says, yes, but you're the perfect host for Riot as well. Deku begins smiling. Oh, I know. Deku begins doing push-ups, training, and also training with Venom. And Deku tests out Venom's weaknesses. He's weak to fire and sounds. So Deku decided to go into the wood. Like he says, Venom, I think we should train a bit for your, I don't know, your limits. Venom says, yeah, I could actually get some actual training done into my body, because if I get used to vibrations and some of the fire, if I gain fire resistance, then we'll be good. Deku says, yeah, in the dreamscape. As Deku wakes up, it is morning. Deku gets up. He sees his hero book. He grabs it out of the trash and puts it on his desk. And Deku crosses out the hero book and he renames it the Venom book. Deku thinking in his head, I'm gonna make everyone pay for what they thought of me. Oh, Kachan, you better be ready, because I'm gonna be a better hero than you weak and pathetic quirk. Deku begins opening the door. He shuts it behind him. Inko says, hey, sweetie. Where are you going? Deku says, oh, just for some training. Inko's like, oh, what sort of training? Deku says, Mom, I got my quirk. Inko drops the plate. She's like, oh, really? Deku begins showing her his arm begins it's like some sort of liquid covering his hand. And Inko says, oh, my baby has a quirk. Inko embracing Deku. And Deku's like, Mom, it's okay. I was just a late bloomer, Mom. And Inko says, it's about time, your quirk. What's wrong with your stupid quirk? And Venom says in his head, she seems nice. And I like the food. Can we get chocolate next time? Deku says, fine, Venom. Venom says, yes! Plus, on the way home, Deku grabbed a Snickers bar on the way to the store when he was going home, so Venom's kind of addicted to chocolate. Anyway, Deku begins to put on some clothes, and Deku tells his mom he's gonna be training for next year. Inko's like, I'm proud of you, sweetie. Inko phones Mitsuki and Mitsuki is told that Deku has a quirk, and Mitsuki's like, damn time! Damn, it only took I don't know, since he graduated? Jeez, that's a long time for a quirk to be activated. Baku was in the room like, what, his quirk activated? And Mitsuki's like, yeah! So Baku, you better not bully him when you get to UA. And Baku's like, whatever. If his quirk's weak, I will bully him. Mitsuki punches Deku. Oh, not punches. Karate chops Baku in the head ow, was that for old hag? And he's like, shut up! Deku walking on the sidewalk, taking the left corner. And Deku sees these trees. Deku decides to use his ability just to turn his hand to a sharp kind of blade. Not like riots, but oh yeah, never mind. A tentacle. He grabs the tree and rips it off, throwing it. And Deku says, "Whoa, I gotta work on that." Venom says, "You think?" And yes, it was in a park and no one was there, so Deku was like, "Oh, okay, I'm just gonna walk away from this deck." And Venom's like, "You want a lift?" Deku proceeds to go fully Venom. Deku's like, "Deku, can you go, Venom, can we go all the way to the mountains?" "Sure thing." Venom jumps up into one of the buildings. He's like parkouring up there. And Venom says, "Your world's much more prettier than mine." Deku says, "Yeah, it's like that." And all of a sudden, an airplane, a radio tower was interfering with Deku. And Deku's like, and Venom's like, "Rrr." And that's when Deku decided to take control and use Venom's abilities to swing away from the radio frequency. And Venom's like, ugh, what happened? Deku's like, radio frequency. And Venom's like, oh, I really hate those things. But Deku says, yeah, you're gonna hit it more because we're gonna use that for training now. And Venom's like, fuck. Deku and Venom begin training. Venom does push-ups. You know what? Venom told Deku to. Venom saw an old garbage beach that was full of garbage, and Deku told Venom. Deku told Venom to clean it up for extra muscle. And Deku says he's not gonna help you. And Venom says, "I'm not gonna help you clean up the whole beach. I want you to get some physical strength in." Deku says, "All right." As that's done, since Deku has Venom, it took him 3 months to clean the beach. And Deku's a bit more muscular, like this. Anyway, Deku begins to say it didn't take that long. And Deku says, "I'm surprised it got me a haircut, Venom." Venom's like, "Yeah, you kind of needed one because the hair you had, the style you had was kind of shit." And Deku says, "It was kind of shit, but at least it looked fucking hot." Venom's like, "Shut the fuck up." Deku says, "Fine." And Deku says, "Venom, it's time for the radio frequency." Venom's like, oh, "Fine, let's go up the mountain again." Deku walks towards the mountain. He takes a hike up to the mountain. He takes a left and a right, and he sees a trail into the woods. He goes to it. He's going up all the way until he reaches right behind the mountain, where no one can see him. And Deku does have equipment there from the garbage. Deku managed to wire up a radio antenna that acted like the radio antenna that got Venom to freak out. And Deku kind of made a fire pit. And Venom's like, "This is gonna hurt." And Deku says, "Yeah, it is." And Deku had to do that every day until Deku had built a fire resistance. It took 2 months for Venom to have a fire resistance. Sound resistance and fire resistance. So yeah. For the last month, Deku and Venom said, and Deku said, "Hey Venom." Venom's like, "Yeah." "So you can enhance my physical strength and abilities, right?" Venom's like, "Yeah." Let's see. I'm trying to think right now, Venom. And Venom's like, did you seriously just forget the answer you were going to ask me? Dick is like, I actually did. And Deku remembered, oh, I remember now, that guy you said about this riot guy? Venom said, yes. He's got shit you've never seen, kid. Venom's like, what kind of shit? He could turn any part of his fucking symbiote body into a weapon. Deku smiles at this. It's like, oh, he's gonna be a good partner. And Venom's like, I swear to God, if he call us Parasite. Deku's like, do you want that to be our hero name? And Venom's like, no. Deku says, well, I might stick to Deku then. Venom says, thank God. And for there are 2 days left since Deku and Venom want to do some more training. Their parkour skills increased due to the last month, so they've been training for their parkour skills. And there are 2 days left for 2 days until it is a year. Deku's goes down the mountain, goes home, goes down the trail, goes to the street, walks to the alleyway, takes a left, and he sees two thugs mugging someone. Let's see. I'm saying I don't want. Let's say it's Irozu. There you go. As Venom Z, Irozu is getting mugged. Deku knows that her clothes have been mostly ripped off, and she's kind of crying, begging for help. And Deku says, "Venom, suit up." And no, and Deku says, "Mask." And Venom says, "Copy." As the guy about to grab Momo, Venom's hand grabs the guy's hand and just says, grabs his throat and just licks the villain, just says, so many things, a little time, so many tasty snacks. And the two guys that have strength enhancing quirks, Venom pinned him to the wall using his left arm, and Venom's opens his jaw and bites down the guy's head, eating it. And you hear crunching, crunch. As Venom begin to... I don't know why I think I'm doing this voice, guys, because I think I do this voice better. If you guys like this voice that I'm doing, I will do it more frequently. As Venom and Deku let the corpse drop, Deku looks at the two of them, and that's when Deku said, "Tell this to anyone." Venom and Deku said, "Tell this to anyone, and we'll eat you." Both of them run away. Momo, still crying, doesn't realize what happened. Deku just decides to take off his jacket and just give it to her. Then just put it on her. And of course, I'm not dumb, because since she's not there, since Deku's there, he actually asked Venom to eat dispose the body in a trash can. And Venom did with precision, with quick speed. Venom's like, "What the fuck is that?" and of course, who would believe a giant black thing with a oh yeah, they would believe like this could be some type of quirk. But Venom changed his appearance so it doesn't look like the Venom from the movie. Doesn't look like the guy from the movie. When Venom transforms back into his original form, that's the Venom from the movie. There. Anyway, Deku proceeds to like tap her on her shoulders, like saying like, "Hey, you okay?" I was like, later on, like, Mom was like, Mom, I was just like, but where are they? What did you do to them? Deku says, "Oh, I just kicked your asses for you." I was like, but you were only one person. They had strength quirks. Deku's like, no quirk's too strong for me. Besides, their quirks are just weak anyway. And Momo said, thank you. My name is Momo Irozu. And Deku says, yeah, and also you're welcome for the jacket. Momo looks at her, almost half exposed. Deku, like, averting his eyes. And Momo, like, grabs Deku's jacket and, like begins, like, buttoning up. It's like, thank you for giving me the jacket. And Deku says, it's no problem. Anyway, I have to go home. Momo's like, wait. And Momo's like, wait. And Deku stops and says, yeah? Momo says, thank you for saving me. Deku's like, it's no problem. See ya. And that's when Momo says, hey. Deku stops like, yeah? Momo says, I want to know your name. Deku says, if you want to know my name, say your name first. Momo Airozu says, my name is Momo Airozu. Yours? Deku says, it's Izuku Midoriya. And if I was wondering if there's any blood, Venom kind of like licked that like stuff because yeah. And Momo Airozu heard a crunch, but she thought it was like some guy thought Deku was breaking their bones. Yeah. So that's when Deku said to Venom, like, as Deku's leaving, and Momo was leaving, it's like, Momo kind of grateful that he came along. And he was kind of a great person. And Deku said to Venom, like, Venom, do you know where they are still? And Venom says, yes. And Deku says, it's about snack time, don't you think? Venom, like, smiles and grins, like licking his teeth, like yes, food. Deku becomes Venom. Venom and Deku jump onto a roof, just like sniffing like where the two guys are. Deku finds them in the alley. Not in the original alley, but in a different alley across the street. This guy's like saying, what the hell was that thing? And both of them like, I don't know. Two guys like, I don't know. And the guy said, well, at least we have each other. The guy turns around and his friend's gone. But something tripped onto the guy's shoe. It was some type of red paint. But he thought, why would red paint drip from the sky? He looked up and he saw his friend head's gone and being eaten. And Deku drops down, throws his friend into a wall. Like it's nothing. Deku like points at him like, you think? Venom and Deku like saying like, You think you can hurt the innocent people of this city without answering to me? The guy's like, please no, please no. And Deku lifts him. And the guy, as his guy's last words are, who are you? What are you? Deku reveals his face and says, and they both say, we are Venom. And Deku and Venom bite the guy's head off. Of course, no one saw this because it was in the nighttime. As Deku jumps out of the alleyway into a different into the alley that he was in, he transforms back and he leaves. When she got back to her parents, she told them that she was almost RAPE, raped basically, and was saved by a mysterious person, by a man named Izuku Midoriya. And both Momo and Airoju's parents are really grateful. Anyway, we go to Inko and Deku. Deku walks into the front door, opens the door and closes it behind him. Inko's like, sweetie! Inko knows, is like, where's your jacket? Deku's like, oh, I forgot, Mom. Deku trying to act like his old self. Deku's a bit more twisted in this. Not really twisted, he just likes killing people for fun. Anyway, Inko says, sweetie, are you going to the UA exams? And Deku says, yeah, I am. Besides, Mom, I'll become the best hero I can be. Deku says in his head, an anti-hero, that is. Inko's like, hugs Deku, like, yes, sweetie, you'll be the greatest hero ever. You got finally go live up to your dream. Deku's like, I will live up to my dream, Mom, in his head, but with a little help. As both of them begin singing the last day, it's about to be New Year, and Inko and Deku like saying, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! And Deku had a watch time. He looked at the watch and said, Deku knew the asteroid would be coming down in 3 hours. So Deku said, Deku wasted 2 hours, just having fun with Inko. Inko had to go to bed, though. She was really tired. Deku just decided to get up and jog to the location where Venom will think that Riot would be. And then that's when the asteroid hit the exact spot where Deku predicted. Deku looks at the specimen, and Deku knows it's silver instead of black. Deku talks to him and is like, is that supposed to be your... Oh, and Deku says, oh, so you guys are different colors. And Venom's like, yeah. Why would you think... Did you think that we were all black? Deku's like, yeah. Venom's like, that's racist. And Deku's like, you're a parasite. Venom's like, don't call me parasite. Deku says, you kind of had that coming, Venom. Venom says, apologize. Deku says, fine, I'm sorry. As two of them are talking, Riot latches onto Deku, going into him, and Riot begins saying, listen, Earthling, you will take me to a rocket. And Deku just punches, slaps Riot in the face. Riot's like, ah, 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 ah. And Venom's like, what the fuck? And Venom begins walking right over to Riot, grabbing him by the throat in his mindscape. And Deku says to Riot, if you don't shut up and cooperate, I will personally rip out your personality and I'll fuse your powers to my venom. I'll make you suffer death that's worse than your own goddamn planet burning. And let's just say he was taken aback by this. Okay. Forgot the name instantly. I forgot the silver guy's name instantly. I just said it. Anyway. Deku and Ravage. I'm just gonna say Ravage because I got pretty close there. Deku and Ravage are like talking and Deku and Venom talk to Ravage like, dude, you okay? And he's like, what the fuck kind of host is that? He punched me and I can't control him. And Venom's like, yeah, he's very strong. And Venom also explains that how people have quirks here, and that Venom and him are actually pretty good at taking other people's quirks because they're kind of having a hard time with taking people's quirks because, because all the training and it's fucking Riot. God damn it. Riot says, well, so do we eat people's heads off as well? Deku smiles at Riot says, yes, we do. Actually, me and Venom recently just ate people's heads off. It's not right, Venom. Venom smiles like, yeah, he's the fucking best host ever, man. And Riot's like, would you mind helping me up? Deku holds out his hand. He pulls Riot up. It's like, good to have you on the team. And also, Riot, I am powerless. And Riot's like, then how the fuck are you this strong? And Deku says, I'm physically strong and my mental mind's like no other human beings. Riot says, that's terrifying. And Deku says, I know. As Deku and Riot begin talking about what kind of training does Riot want. And Riot says, well, I could use an increase on my, I don't know, knowledge or agility or whatever. And Venom's like, and Venom notices time like, Venom! Deku! And Deku's like, yeah? Look at your time. And these two simulants were talking inside Deku's mindscape, but Venom notices the time since. Then looks at the time, he's like, oh shit! Venom, Venom mask, got it. Got it. And Ravage is like, can I join? And Deku says, sure. Deku's body being growing bigger, and it's the size of like when Ravage would board Venom when he's like old huge. And Venom notices that his strength is increased by a lot, and when he jumped so far that he jumped so high that he landed to his house, but he had to make sure he didn't crash to the pavement. Deku opens his window, goes to bed, and says, Venom, can you try to operate my body since I'm gonna go sleep? And Venom, since I'm gonna be in sleep mode, Venom's like, sure. And Riot's like, wait, how long have you been doing this? Venom says, you've been stuck in... Well, and Venom says, well... You've been doing this for like a year now? And Riot's like, a year? I just got here. And Venom's like, yeah. As soon as you got here, it became a year, Venom's saying to Riot. Riot's like, oh. Riot begins to... Now Dick has to go through all that training and frequencies and everything. But his weaknesses to fire was invincible, now it's at 50%. His weakness to sound waves, 50%. Deku's like, Riot, you do realize I have to work all over again with Venom, right? And Riot's like, sorry. Venom and Deku like, we worked like a year just to make sure that I was invincible, like I was like unflammable and like sound wave proof. Deku said, well, I do kind of feel that we still have that resistance, but it's pretty low. And Venom's like, yeah. Anyway, the alarm's about to go off, Deku. Oh, thank you, Venom. And that's when we're ending off today. Hope you guys enjoyed.